talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. I had Ace Ventura on my mind this morning. I don't know. I feel like I was watching. Here's how it was like. I was thinking about Ace Ventura, and I was thinking like, if they made that movie in 2021, they couldn't make it the same way because they really make fun of Ray Finkel for having mental health problems. I mean, that's a very sensitive issue in sports right now. Ray Finkel, if you don't remember his story, was the kicker on the fictional Dolphins team that lost the Super Bowl because he missed the kick wide left, and he blamed Dan Marino because they said the laces were in. They should have been out. Anyway, he was blamed for losing the Super Bowl, and he lost his mind, eventually had a sex change, became Lisa Einhorn, became the sheriff in Miami, also became a murderer, and pet detective had to solve the case. It's a very compelling movie, but I was thinking you could really redo the movie as a drama, like a very serious movie about, a football player who loses it after the worst moment of their life. And I was thinking, who is that story? It's like the non-funny story version is Jimmy. Jimmy is Ray Finkel.
Did you ever see those memes like where they changed like the NFL starting quarterbacks to women? And then
I'm not saying Jimmy is Einhorn. Jimmy is not Einhorn. Jimmy is Finkel. Okay, Finkel had a very long descent into madness. Jimmy's not going to go there, but right now Jimmy had a Finkel moment. Him missing Emmanuel Sanders deep in the Super Bowl was the equivalent of Ray Finkel shanking that field goal. You're blamed for the whole thing, and it follows you around your whole life, and it's like shame. And the reason I think Jimmy's never recovered from that one particular throw is when you've seen him throw deep since then, they've all been double clutched, underthrown, or not thrown at all. I can't remember him overthrowing a deep pass since then, and I see it in practice too. He won't cut it loose, or if he does, it's and then underthrown.
To me, I always thought that his deep ball regressed after the injury. Really, I mean, he wasn't. It
regressed, but now it's embarrassing. That's all I'm saying. Like he's like Chris Davis. You don't know Chris Davis. Chris Davis with the A's, the DH. If you ever seen him throw, he's got like a mental block. Like Jimmy has a mental block with the deep ball right now. That's what I'm saying. He used to be better. I don't think he can physically overthrow it anymore. Every time it's short. That's ridiculous. That's unreal. I think he's got a mental block. I think he's got mental scar tissue from that throw.
He might. To me, I always thought his deep ball issues started earlier than that.
He never had a good one.
I thought it's me. I think it's to me is me. I think because even at
I'm not giving him that. No, absolutely not. No, because no, I'm telling you, he has look for example. The week one, when he had Kendrick Bourne in the end zone and underthrew him, that's what his deep balls look like now. That is mental. Like it's an embarrassing deep ball. He didn't used to have an embarrassing deep ball. You know what I'm talking about? That throw to Kendrick Bourne week one? You remember that?
That's what they look like. Versus Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they look like in camp. It's like, dude, used to be like, you should at least try. I mean, the one that he threw in New Orleans wasn't perfect, but it got there. Now he can't even get it there. It's quite discouraging. No one's talking about it, but any team that trades for Jimmy, you might want to consider this. Go back and look at his deep throw since that throw. All of them.
Like they definitely have to consider. They definitely have to consider that he can't throw the deep ball. I mean, my thing with that Super Bowl and even before that, like the Saints defense. They were playing cover one for a reason, right? Because they didn't. Right.
So that's been the book on him forever. I just feel like he's in his head about it now too.
It's probably been added in, but like, I mean, I think Jimmy. And I was thinking about this too, especially as regards to like, practice player versus game player. Like usually practice, that whole thing, it has to do with pressure and how players perform under pressure. Jimmy has always performed pretty well under pressure. The problem is it's like he'll throw a pick in the first quarter or he'll throw it with 3 seconds left. Like he's the same no matter what. But the problem is he throws the picks and he can't throw the deep ball, whether it's late game or early game. So like he's always done. I mean, even in this situation this is a really tough situation for a quarterback to be in as far as, with the amount of pressure that he's under. And I will say this about him. I think he is handling himself as a pro, off the field and saying all the right things and all of that.
Yeah, but he's mentally broken. I think he's mentally broken. And I'm waiting. Every day I'm waiting to see, like, will you cut it loose on the deep one today? Today he didn't even throw one deep.
I mean, you can't say that. I think when he stayed after practice running and throwing the deep ball, I mean that's pretty telling, right? Like that shows like some confidence issues, right? Like
yeah, this is something I know I need to work on. Yeah. So Jimmy Garoppolo, Ray Finkel and Garoppolo. There's some carryover there. And I think maybe they really could remake Ace Ventura as like a compelling, sobering look at the stresses that these athletes face today. I mean, maybe Ray Finkel deserved more sympathy. Ray Finkel really got thrown under the bus. I mean, where were his teammates? I'm just saying.
He certainly wasn't getting 28 mil.
No, he wasn't. Ray Finkel was misunderstood. Ray Finkel could have been saved. Where were his teammates? Double B Studio says, Grant, ask every player you interview, what's the go-to meal after a loss and after a win? Look at that question. I'm not going to ask every single person, but I like that question. David says, secondary depth or Achilles heel this year. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Opposing offenses will attack a weak link. Let's get to it right now, as a matter of fact.
You can't answer. What's the go-to meal after training camp?
Good question. I don't know.
For you?
For me? Yeah. Oh, this year they have packaged lunches for us. They used to bring us into the players' what is the word? Cafeteria, and we'd eat their food, and it was great. But this year, they have like Cobb salads and come on.
What is it? I think was it a bug that's like,
I don't know. It's like no, it just went out of focus. Cobb salads and turkey clubs. I'm a little they decent. But no, we're gonna talk about the quarterback depth in a minute. Just wait. We're just gonna go through the questions. We're gonna come back to that. Gammon says, from worst to best, please rank these quarterbacks' ability to go through progressions. Alex Smith, Nick Mullins, Cap, Lance, Jimmy G.
I haven't seen Lance live, so if you want to take it.
I actually think Lance is something he's really good at. Mullins is good at it too, but Mullins has he throws as many picks as Jimmy. Mullins throws a lot of picks. Alex Smith, I thought, would pass up reads that were open and was too conservative. Kaepernick was a one-read quarterback, in my opinion. Jimmy Garoppolo is way too slow through the reads. I think one of the things that I like most about Lance is how efficiently he gets through his reads. You'll watch him. He's actually very good at this. I'm going to say Lance.
He was in college.
Yeah, I'm going to say Lance. I think he's the best. I know I didn't rank him. I'll say Lance, Smith, Mullins, Garoppolo, Kaepernick. That's how I'm going to put
it. It's looking like that his ability to protect the ball looks like it's a real ability, because right, that was the one thing you looked at in college, like, wow, he's a quarterback. He threw 20-something touchdowns and no picks. Like that's crazy. And here he is in practice through one pick, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is who he is. The Niner you love to hate. 510 says random rant. Kyle Shanahan doesn't like black people. Random rant. Kanye reference. LOL. I do think that when Kyle was a little upset about the Mac Jones thing, what he was feeling was, man, people think I'm racist. People think I don't like black quarterbacks. Like, how did I create this perception just because I like Kirk Cousins? I think there probably was a little bit to that. I think that's why he had such an edge. He's like, wait a second, yo, like you guys made me out to be something I'm not. Like, let me prove you wrong there. So good, a nice comment.
Shout out to Donda.
Shout out Donda. I'm not going to listen to that though. Double B Studio says, I got my phone, tablet, and TV synced. My wife is scratching her head. I don't get it. You watching me on all three? I don't get it.
All three.
LJ says, for the Dollar Shave Club starter pack. My whole life is falling apart. I need to get a haircut. I should have got my haircut yesterday, but I streamed for 6 hours instead. I need to shave. Training camp is rough for your boy, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But I'll clean up after. Don't worry. Mango says, why do some fans want to see Trey Lance fail? It's an interesting phenomenon, but there is a certain segment, maybe 1 in 4 Niner fans that are like just trying to pump the brakes on everything. They're like, well, he's going against this and he's not that good. How can you be sure? It's like, you should be happy.
Yeah. You have a great rookie quarterback. This is great. Like he's all the deficiencies Jimmy Garoppolo has, this guy doesn't have, and it's like it's an emotional connection to Jimmy, it's like when you have a friend, whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, and that boyfriend or girlfriend isn't so great, and and you can see it, right? Like you're like, oh yeah, like he or she never wants to go out, they just want to sit at home and like just eat your food and all that, and you're trying to tell them like there's better out there for you, there's better out there, and they're like, no, but like, do you still go with my dog and all that, and you're like, a lot of people are going with dogs, right? Right?
Exactly.
Like,
That's true.
yeah,
Dogs like people.
yeah. Jimmy's replaceable.
Yeah.
He's not amazing.
Good guy though.